If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, check the referral link in the description down below. It'll take you to G2A, and you can use the code CHES at checkout for an extra discount. Don't forget to download the Gamer Saloon app from your Android or Apple store. Go and win yourself some money playing your favourite games. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 42 of the Wolfsburg Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. In yesterday's episode, we rounded out the transfer window with a couple of rather large moves, to be completely honest. We signed 3 people yesterday and they will be taking part in today's first game. For some reason, it didn't show the team lineups in the build-up to the game. I don't know why, but Krychowiak starts today, as does Aymeric Laporte at centre-back, as does Raja Nangolan at left central midfield. Obviously, Krychowiak and Nangolan both starting here for the first time, but it was another midfielder that was tearing me apart here, Shinji Kagawa, showing incredible dribbling to dance his way into the box. Luckily for me, though, Paslak's shot was pretty well wide. Just put as much as he could through it without really putting any sort of emphasis on the accuracy of the shot. But Sofiane Feghouli turns inside quite nicely here, and that's a lovely little ball round the corner to Javier Pastore, who finishes very, very nicely indeed. We're playing him at Cam now, obviously. Played a game there yesterday and continuing in that role today with now Nangolan and Krychowiak in behind him. Obviously, Maximilian Arnold started alongside Nangolan, in the game yesterday. But this time it's the Pole and the Belgian sat behind the Argentinian, and the Argentinian came up with a goal. Argentinio gives it to the Belgian here, not quite able to get a chance on goal because it was well blocked, but they make a hash of it defensively, Borussia Dortmund here. Nicolas Searle comes close to making it 2-0, and he's actually going to come even closer as the keeper completely misses that one, but he can't keep his header down, the youngster, and unfortunately you can see him apologising there. It's my fault, he says. Sorry, boss, couldn't get the corner into the back of the net, but we're still 1-0 up for now. Obviously, Borussia Dortmund in the Chelsea series quite embarrassed me in the Champions League before we were able to get a victory on them in the second game, and earlier on in this series, in the Wolfsburg series here in Germany, domestically rather than in Europe, Dortmund did give us a little bit of a hounding at the beginning of the season, obviously giving us a 3-0 defeat in our first game of the year. So wanted a little bit of revenge, and to be fair, we were looking like we were going to be able to get that revenge. We had another shot that was well blocked there by the defenders, but Nangolan gets it into Andreas Schürrle here, into Morata. Good turn, but unfortunately can't get it out of his feet quick enough. Nangolan, though, steals it off Shinji Kagawa, just gives it a crack from 30 yards, and that is so close to a wonder goal for his first in a Wolfsburg shirt, but it cannons back off the woodwork, down off the bar, and unfortunately we couldn't get ourselves a second goal. And obviously a 1-0 scoreline is always a precarious one, especially against the side of the quality of Borussia Dortmund, when they can play passing about like that. Fortunately for me, though, it was Eric Durm on the end of the move, rather than, say, Aubameyang himself, who played the pass into Durm, or Marco Reus, someone that has that killer finish. Luckily, Eric Durm, the wing-back, doesn't have a killer finish. Błaszczykowski, though, apparently doesn't have a killer finish either. Ciro Immobile had just come onto the pitch for Dortmund at that particular moment in time, was involved in that move, but it was actually the Pole Błaszczykowski that had the chance. Very, very good save from the goalkeeper. Manolo Gabbiadini, though, breaks the offside trap here, and it's a very simple finish. On his left-hand side, powers it into the back of the net. We do get the 2-0 lead that we craved, and we do get the 2-0 result that we craved. So, on aggregate, technically, for the 2 domestic games, Dortmund get the win, because they won 3-0 in the first game. But pleased to have saved face there and gotten ourselves a win against Dortmund after the way that they dealt us such a large blow in the first game of the season, especially considering the manner in which they got that 3-0 victory as well, because we annihilated them, and then they just went and scored 3 goals at the end of the game and completely stole it, so to speak. So we're coming to the next game, which is against Borussia Mönchengladbach, who of course were the second side we played at the beginning of the season, and they too gave us a defeat after we dominated the game, although it was only a slim 1-0 defeat. See Granit Xhaka there in the holding midfield role for them. Got to be wary of his long shots in this game on that left-hand side. He's got an extremely good left foot, and his long shots are very, very tasty as well. So keeping an eye on him. Here, though, you can see the side is laid out exactly as it should be. Serge Aurier at right back, Laporte in there, Krychowiak and Nangolan, etc. with Pastore at cam. Same side playing in this one than played in the game against Dortmund. It's just that for some reason last time, it didn't give me the squad load-ups that I could show you. So this time you can now see the full layout of the side. They had the first chance there through Caltaruccio, but unfortunately for him, not able to find the target. Here is Granit Xhaka on the edge of the box. See me coming across to stop him getting onto that left foot. Plays it back to Lars Stindl. Apparently they've got more than one player that can crack the ball into the back of the net from distance. Who knew? Lars Stindl smashes them 1-0 in front. You see the King Kong style celebration, beating his chest. Clearly the adrenaline pumping after smashing one in from 25 yards. We'll try and get ourselves an equaliser though if we can. Obviously we mentioned in the previous game a 1-0 lead is quite precarious. All it takes is one crack of the whip and we can get ourselves back on level terms and immediately back into the game. Krakowiak though unfortunately not able to get that shot on target. So into the second half we go, continuing to try and get ourselves back on level terms if we can. Cross comes in, Murata, who I again wasn't in control of. I was, was in control of the man on the edge of the box or around about the penalty spot. And again, the CPU did it with Diego Costa in the Chelsea career mode and again with someone else in the Chelsea career mode, has taken control of a player and scored for me. Unfortunately, they immediately went up the other end and Lars Stindl again bashes in a lovely shot from 25 to 30 yards. This time it's a glorious free kick. I appear to have missed the third goal. Apologies, that's an editing mistake. Josip Dermic did make it 3-1 to Borussia Mönchengladbach. I apologise. It was a nice finish. It was a finesse finish from around about the penalty spot into the bottom corner. I apparently have forgotten to put it in. Apologies for that. But we are in 8th position in the league right now. Only 4 points behind Borussia Dortmund in 6th and can close further up on those above us if we can get a win here against Leipzig. We did get a victory against them last time we played them, but Yusuf Paulsen scored a hat-trick for Leipzig in the last game that they played, so we already know how good a player he can be on FIFA with the pace and the strength and the finishing ability that he possesses in-game. I don't know anything about him in real life, I have to be honest, but in FIFA, he's a very, very good player. So, as you can see, same starting lineup as has been the case in the previous 2 games, and we'll try and get ourselves the result from the first one rather than result from the second one. This time around, Javier Pastore on the ball, turns his side nicely, and there's a bit of space there for Andre Schürrle. First touch just sets it back in front of him on his right side, and then that is a very impressive finish, whipping it into the far top corner. We mentioned Yusuf Paulsen's in form, but that is a very nice shot from Andre Schürrle, and that's exactly what we needed to get ourselves back into the right frame of mind after getting a resounding defeat last time out in the snow against Mönchengladbach. Nice turn on the edge of the box here, though, into Paulsen, who actually, rather than have the shot, is going to pass it off back to Kaiser, who draws a remarkable save out of Benaglio, actually. A really late dive down to the right-hand side, gets a strong arm on it, and keeps it out. Our 1-0 lead is intact. Lovely bit of dribbling there and burst of pace from their midfielder, but Kaiser has another shot and draws a good save again out of Benaglio. That one's slightly more simple than the previous, and unfortunately for them, his teammate couldn't keep it in at the second bite of the cherry. Nola Gabbiadini came off the bench, obviously, to score the second against Dortmund. Come off the bench again here, hoping that he could have an impact on this game as well. Krakowiak, though, the starter, having a shot from just outside the box that unfortunately wouldn't find the back of the net, yet to score his first goal. Can pop up with the occasional good long shot, Krakowiak, and that was why I feel quite comfortable shooting with him from that sort of range. But so far this particular career mode, not able to find the back of the net. Fekir, though, goes on a lovely run here, using up all of his stamina, stands the cross up. Unfortunately, keeper punches it clear, but Feghouli knocks it down to Nangolan, squares it across to Krakowiak, thought about having a shot from distance again, didn't, passed it into Murata, and a good finish, good turn and finish, in fact, from the Spaniard, gives us a 2-0 victory here as well as in the first game. So unfortunately it was just a little bit of dodgy football in the snow that cost us there, but the next game is going to be in the Champions League, and we have Valencia in the next round, as you can see, so we'll be taking them on at the beginning of the next episode. Obviously there'll be a squad report tomorrow as well, as it's Monday, but we're just outside the European spots now, only a point behind Dortmund and 2 points behind Mönchengladbach. Had we beaten Mönchengladbach, we could be in 5th ourselves, but never mind. You win some, you lose some. Today we won 2, but we lost 1 as well, but never mind. That's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course, and subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, whether it be this series, the My Players series, or the Chelsea series. And for now, I'll see you next time.